Hey everyone, this is Shahaf with a video update with all the latest of Coti. Today we'll talk about the release of AdaPay. It went live last week. That was great news. We'll talk about the latest with the debit cards. I'm happy to say that we now have a concrete timeline and that the cards are going to the printing factory. So listen carefully for the upcoming news. We'll talk about the version 2 of the Crypto Volatility Index. I'll go into some more details of that. It has been announced last week, and this is quite amazing. We'll talk about the native listing and what's coming and what phase are we in, what's working, what's not. Ledger. So Ledger is also coming, and I'll get into more details because it's right around the corner now. And of course, the iOS app, the Viper wallet for iOS. So here is the details. So the big news from last week was the launch of AdaPay. We've been working on this for month and month with the Cardano team, and now that they are shareholder of Coti, was very important for us and for the wider community and for the Cardano community to be able to launch this amazing system. We've done that hand in hand with the Africa special release, and I love the results. Those of you who have tried AdaPay, and this is a good opportunity to actually thank the community members that took on the initiative of donating to Save the Children, the first merchant that is using AdaPay. Great work, guys. Generosity always pays well. So those of you who've tried the system saw how slick and amazing it is. And now that it's in the air, we've received numerous applications from merchants in the Cardano ecosystem to start using the system, and we'll gradually add more and more merchants, and this is going to be great. This is a good opportunity to explain, because I saw some of you who haven't followed previous papers and videos have asked, okay, this is great, we understand why Coti working with Cardano is huge in terms of PR and validation, but how does it actually benefit the Coti holders other than these advantages? So I'll reiterate and re-explain how these systems work, because this is not true just for AdaPay. This is true for Ultra, Blockchain Dollars, or any other wallet that we put out there where people don't send Coti to one another. So the idea is that all transactions on these systems are mirrored to the trust chain, because this allows us to settle the transaction immediately. So I'm sending Bitcoin, ADA, ETH, USDT, whatever on one hand, right, on one side of the system, and we mirror everything to the trust chain, and the value can come out on the other side immediately, and this transaction can be settled immediately. And if we have liquidity pools on both ends, this transaction can be settled immediately without even a need to move the native asset. So this means that the system can be as effective and as efficient as Coti and as the trust chain. And obviously, when you use the trust chain, then this generates transaction, which generates the need for Coti and generate fees for node operators and everybody who stake. So as this system grows in popularity and adoption, it means that more transactions are added to the trust chain. Please use the Explorer, view the Merchant tab or any other tab just to see how the ecosystem grows. And when this happens, everybody wins, because it means that we grow the demand for the native Coti. It means that we can grow the ecosystem of node operators and stakers. We can grow the amounts on each node, and everybody benefits. It's a true win-win, and this is how we've built Coti. Debit cards. So I have great news about the debit cards. We now have a concrete timeline. So literally today I've received a letter that will accompany any card that will be sent to our users. I'm reviewing it now. The chosen design, the black design, will be shared with the community probably tomorrow, and then it goes to printing. So the cards will be printed, and we've received promise that in 6 weeks, mid-June, the cards will be sent to all of you. So that's great. The ability to do this within this quarter. The bank accounts will accompany the cards as well. And all of this is happening in 6 weeks. We're super excited. The cards are going to be awesome. And you'll get everything by the middle of June, which is right around the corner. So great news with the debit cards. Ledger update. As you know, Ledger is super important for you and for us as well. It will allow, of course, cold storage of native Coti, which will give you another reason to hold the native coin. And the update is that now that AdaPay is launched, our front-end team is finally able to finalize what's left in the building of the app. We plan on submitting the app to Ledger in about 10 days. So I think if we're optimistic, in 2 weeks' time, you'll be able to use Ledger cold storage for native Coti. We're optimistic about it, but if all goes well, this is the timeline, and of course, we'll keep you updated. So I'm using an iPhone, and I would love to have the Viper wallet on my phone as a native app. And the good news is that yesterday I've seen the first version of the app. We will finalize it and submit it to the Apple App Store by the end of the month, and then it's in Apple's hand. But if we're lucky, then maybe in the beginning of June, all of you will be able to download the Viper wallet app for iPhone, and that will complete our 360 solution for having the Viper wallet, web, Android, and iOS. MainNet integration to a tier 1 exchange. Now I have some mixed news with regards to that. So the good news is that we've passed the security tests and the last phases that we had with the exchange, and it all passed well. So this is great news. However, we do have some setbacks. We are not ready yet, and I'll explain. The exchange has asked us to run an independent node that has certain capabilities that we just don't have yet. We will have them on MainNet 2.0, but we don't have them now. And to be honest, that upsets me a lot because all of us are anxiously waiting for this listing for ages now, and it should have been ready by now. But this new request has came through about 10 days ago. We've decided to be very pragmatic about it, and instead of just being upset, we pressed on with the development of the feature that this exchange needs. The good news is that it will also get us closer to MainNet 2.0. So we're doing all of that right now. The team is working relentlessly to provide the exchange with what is required for them to be able to run this a new type of node. By the way, once they can do that, the entire network will be able to do that, and this is a major upgrade. So we're working on that. I'm afraid it will still take us, weeks to complete. I can't be too accurate now because not all of that depends on us, I'm afraid. But I suspect, and I'm afraid to say that, but at least 4 weeks until we are ready. I want to be fully transparent about this. We've done what we can, but this is what it will take. However, to be able to encourage everybody that is anxiously waiting and holding native Coti, we do have a plan that we'll reveal in, I think, about 2 weeks from now. We're going to have a special type of campaign, and I won't be too detailed now, but hear me out. There's going to be a 1 million Coti prize to be ruffled between native holders. I will give you all the details a bit later, again, in about 10 days. But this is going to be the prize to encourage and incentivize those of you who've been patient with us while we wait for this listing. So stay tuned for that. I know this is not the news that everybody wanted. We wanted to have the native listing yesterday, But the cold reality is that it's not ready. New things came up, not really up to us. We are being as pragmatic as we can and just developing what is needed to support these needs. But we do have a candy. We do have something to offer those of you who are waiting, and that will be revealed in about 2 weeks. So with regards to the Crypto Volatility Index, those of you, and I know a lot of you Cotians have followed the Crypto Volatility Index and the GoV token. Those who followed saw that it's going really well and everything, all parameters grow in the platform. We've recently been reviewed by Crypto Capital, which is the body of Stansberry Research, a serious research company working for more than 25 years. They've reviewed the Crypto Volatility Index, loved it, and have issued a detailed report about it. I know those of you who followed did not miss that report. It was super great for Govi. Now, we've been interviewed by them 2 days ago, and that interview will be aired this Friday, and we will share it, of course, with the community. The big news, of course, for the Crypto Volatility Index is the release of version 2. Version 2 is coming. It seems that only yesterday we've launched the first version, but version 2 is coming, and it has 3 substantial key innovations. The first one, of course, is Layer 2. For those of you who are not well versed, Layer 2 essentially gives you and us the ability to do everything faster and way cheaper. It's almost no gas cost for the platform. That would allow us, of course, to have better adoption. So we've been working a lot, checking all sorts of Layer 2 solutions and the roll-ups that are coming. We've focused on one great solution. I think all of you will recognize it and will understand why we've picked it. And it's getting ready. We are already building it. We've already got this on testnet, and this will come very fast, even before version 2 is completely launched. So that's the first key innovation. The second one is leverage trading. Leverage trading is key in any type of trading. It's already baked inside the Crypto Volatility Index contracts for those of you that look through our GitHub. So it's ready to go. We're finalizing the user experience and the screen for that. And we have sent this to audit by PackShield. And once it's ready, it will be part of version 2. Again, leverage trading is key, especially when you do volatility trading. That will also grow the adoption because more sophisticated users can start using the platform. The last thing, which I think is probably the biggest innovation that we've ever done with the Crypto Volatility Index, is the issuance of volatility tokens. Now, I won't go into too many details now. We're actually thinking of doing a light paper to describe all of that because it's a pretty sophisticated system. But the idea is that you'll be able to use any DEX or even centralized exchange that you prefer and buy a token there, a dedicated token that is essentially mimicking you opening a position on the Crypto Volatility Index. So let's say you speculate that volatility will increase by at least 20% in the market, or just that volatility is going to increase. You can just buy a token on an exchange or join a pool, and you can profit if that speculation actually works out. You can even do that with a leverage. So you can buy volatility is going to grow and on a 5x, right? So this is amazing because it means that the platform grows beyond the website and beyond our reach. So you may have people actually buying these tokens that have never gone into our platform, but the fees and everything goes to the Govi holders. So this is going to be huge. Again, this is also going into audit. We are very well into the development of that, and And I believe this is gonna rock the market. I know big players out there are trying to do the same thing, but we are going to be first because we were the first to do a decentralized volatility index. So stay tuned for version 2. This is going to be awesome. And for those of you in Coti that haven't joined the revolution of the crypto volatility index, you should.